loved to wander across the downs. And as he wandered, he would imagine all sorts of extraordinary people, places and things. But, unfortunately, he had no one with whom he could share his adventures. "I rather wish I had a friend," he thought. So, he used to go down to the fields, where he would watch his old Uncle Crispin gather mushrooms. Now, in the course of time, Crispin had become so skilled, he could distinguish the sound of each mushroom as it broke through the earth. And he was always able to fill his basket with the freshest crop. But gradually, the anxieties connected with mushroom gathering began to affect old Crispin. "Oh dear," thought Bill. But old Crispin went from bad to worse, and eventually he fell ill and completely lost his appetite. Chloe, his wife, called in the doctor, who listened to his chest, took his pulse, and finally sent him away for a holiday. But it wasn't any use. Old Crispin still wouldn't eat. With the assistance of Boadicea, her daughter, and Chad, her little son, Chloe tried to tempt her husband with every dish she could think of. But it wasn't any good. Old Crispin still wasn't hungry. He became thinner and thinner. "I wish I wasn't so thin," he snapped. Then, at last, Chloe succeeded in making a delicious jelly that really seemed to take his fancy. And every day, she slightly increased the portion, until she noticed that the more of this jelly Crispin ate, the greater his appetite became. And he began to get fatter and fatter. And his appetite became larger and larger. In fact, in due course, old Crispin spent the whole day eating jelly. He grew so fat he could no longer move, but he still went on eating. Chloe gave up more and more time to jelly making, until she was compelled to look out for a minder, in order that her children might not be entirely neglected. She sent for her nephew, Bill. When old Crispin saw Bill, he said, "I seem to have developed a slight weight problem, and I can't get down to the fields to gather mushrooms anymore." And then he sighed, "I wish I wasn't so fat." But Bill smiled and said quietly, "I have an idea." And he constructed an amazing slimming appliance, which old Crispin had to use twice a day in order to lose weight. Chloe went on with her jelly making. And now Bill devoted all his time to looking after Boadicea and Chad. His little companions never left him, but wandered with him everywhere, even in his dreams.